Geppetto and just don't miss? I believe. Snow Angel kind of likes to buy Humpty Dumpties. I'm kind of afraid to take the Humpty Dumpty here, but I think I need to. Let's win this round with the Humpty Dumpty, like 90% of the time, and then let's sell it next round for the double buy. I believe. Can I cast Piggo? Oh yeah, Monster Book is limited by your level, isn't it? We could double egg against Celestial Tiger, but there is a grave concern if we do this, which is that Celestial Tiger also likes to run egg. Egg meta. Egg gaming. What if second egg? I believe. Oh no. It's okay. One egg down, but we win another round, right? So we're paying for health. And the second we find any summons, we become suddenly so much stronger. Oh, we could have triple egg. Oh, my heart's breaking. I might buy it. For real. Fanny's not even bad with the existence of Tweedle, but Tweedle's at 4 now, right? I will only buy eggs until I'm permitted to buy a real character. Until they offer me an actual character. What's up, copyright? What does triple egg do? Triple egg has a special treasure advice going called Easter egg, which is quite strong. It's like incredibly strong, actually. Okay, this comes down to hits. We lose another egg, but we win another round, baby. These eggs are doing work. Who cares about level 2s? Who even cares? For real, for real. Who even cares about level 2s right now? Not me. We do, however, have to be substantially stronger this round. We could, like, Wicked Witch Shadow Assassin by selling a unit. And that would be a 5/6 Ranger in the front. It's not bad. This is such a wild... Please. I just need one summon. Surely we lose this round to the Merlin who's only lost one game. Oh no. Unfortunate egg collisions. Okay, 3.1, 2 unit board. But, and now hear me out, but we are Slay now. So that's kind of neat. Slay Petto. I'm kind of concerned because if I cast Falling Stars and they cast Falling Stars, which they might want to do with Creeper, we lose our Wicked Witch and then we're very weak. I don't think we get to cast this. Think about it. How does Midas scale? They hit Creeper. That's like the only way at level 3. Either that or treasures and... Or sorry, not treasures, mages. Kind of. And it's impossible for them to get the good treasures, basically, right? Either of those things like to cast Falling Star because it's a 0-cost spell. The odds of them casting a Falling Star here are non-negligible, non-trivial. 25, 30%. And the result if we double cast Falling Star is catastrophic. I'd like to cast it, but I don't think I can. Kind of wild that you're at 40 health. That's what Humpty Dumpty does. That's kind of part of what frustrates me about the unit, right? Humpty Dumpty just says, when it's like a health spell. Yeah. Shoot that Minotaur, dude. Oh, this is fine. Excuse me, my throat's been wacky all day. Your Vampires will still have 4 health if 2 falling stars kills your support. Yes, but they'll have also 4 damage. You don't want to lose the Vampire damage. It's not the health on the Vampire that I'm really worried about there. Man, are we actually just Slay? It's like totally signposted, right? You got to play into what you are. Beauty's Influence could be a problem with Slay in terms of being able to set up to get Shoulder Fairy's value. I guess we can make one of the Vampires good here. That's probably safer than making the Shadow Assassin good. Let's do that. And then just put in a Lucky for some econ. I like it. You could buy Tree here. But I don't think I want to. We don't have Meteors. It starts to split our build and our treasure collection too much. Right now we have double Vampire, double Shadow Assassin. We have really good Vi to hit Blood Moon, which would actually keep this viable for us, right? Vi. We're about to get blasted, man. Not landing nearly enough Slay. And that's okay. Miri at 19, I doubt they have very many upgrades. I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all. There's a Black Cat and a Vulture, which is very stabilizing if we decided to just put 2 things on the board right now. Yeah, it could have been a triple, right? We could attempt to run Creeper here. Miri tends to be pretty bulky. I kind of doubt that these slay. Yeah, I think that's the best we got. Wow, they've procced 2 times. They're not weak. And they've got 3 treasures? What the heck is going on? Actually. Wait. What the hell happened in the last 2 rounds? We took 27 damage in 2 rounds. Excuse me? Can somebody please explain? I think this is Eye of Ares. Cloak of the Assassin is not bad, but it's not Bad Moon, and Eye of Ares plays nicely into the fact that we're summons. We are still Geppetto. We do still care about the summons thing. It makes Vulture a fair bit worse, and so we do need to find more summons so that it suddenly can be a fair bit better. I don't mind this. That's kind of a big deal. We can attempt like this. Donkey doesn't work very nicely with Eye of Ares, and it's pretty late. If we had done like fairy godmother stuff, then the donkey could be pretty funny. Never slay. Nice. A takedown. Nice. Eye of Ares doing exactly what I need it to do, which is cause us to trade pretty evenly. Yikes. I guess we just take... Yeah, I think it's Power Orb, barely. It could be Skip. I also liked Helm to just try to have the first position, more likely 2 for 1. It's not a great look. No matter what. Friendly Spirits is kind of cute with Eye of Ares if I had more Rangers. Quiver just too hard for us to play around as Geppetto, right? Got any summons? I'm not going to try to take more vultures. We'd just like to hit summons. Oh my god. Oh my god. Aha! Do they exist? I ponder. Weak and weary. Are there summons? 4.2, we finally see our second summon. And it's the wolf. But the wolf slots in very nicely for us. And we get to upgrade this evil witch, which is really nice. It opens up our backline a bit. Oh man, we didn't hit the kill. That's kind of scary. They have Mimic Ring of Revenge too. Spooky board. Yeah. Yeah, stop that, actually. And their tiger, that's kind of a crazy treasure set. Notably, we almost killed them. If they had hit one of these two things, they'd be dead. So, as crazy as that treasure set was, they still are almost dead, but not quite. Treasure map. That feels like something that can bail me out here. And I think we've finally hit enough summons that we can afford to do something like that. But now we need to manufacture a treasure. I wouldn't mind a level 5, but I would rather play for 6 or 7. And I think we can afford to do so. Would I do this? Or do I just want to roll for, like I said, 6 or 7? Seems like I need to use the ghost round to be rolling. Oh, hold up. Fancy Lancy in the house? If only I had taken Helm. Fancy Lancy. I don't know that I can activate you, Fancy Lancy. I wish I could. Nice. This Vampire is putting in work quite consistently. Eye of Ares is the only reason we're still alive in this game, and that's a big deal. Another black cat actually looks pretty nice. Slots in fairly naturally. We certainly buy Nyan. Because if we can hit double Nyan, which I will roll for pretty hard on this round, I also don't mind the triple bearded vulture, but it's just not nearly as good as this is, right? I would also eagerly cast a strong combat spell. I probably should have thought harder about Baby Bear. Hold up. Pumpkin King Geppetto is kind of pog. It's too bad the Vampire is evil. I think it's stronger than this. Because of Eye of Ares, I think it's just going to do more work for us. It does make me wonder if I'm supposed to put in the Nyan. That's the great unknown. That's the hard part. Maybe like this. Since that's a 2 and won't resummon anything. If we took the Vulture out anyway. Oh no, don't. Okay, that's fine. Dude, if they had sniped the pumpkin right there, it would have been devastating. Absolutely devastating. I think the pumpkin summons are going to save us from these rangers. In a big way. Ooh, Dusa. Sick. Wow, look at that win. Pumpkin's so good. New Pumpkin's strong. Trophy Hunter, top 5. Lightning Bolt probably really good here. Ooh, tier 7? Ooh. Magic Sword Pumpkin? Situation? Slay? Situation? We need more resummons. I might Baby Bear. For real. It's insane. Mate. It's insane, mate. The trouble is that we need something here that Pumpkin King can resummon into the spot. But this is probably the strongest thing we could do for a round. Right? Because we won't have any evils die in this slot, and so we won't get a resummon in that slot. So this actually might be better. Because that's such a hard choice. I'm gonna do this for a round, but I think we're intended to have an evil here. I think we're intended to have an evil here, because right now Pumpkin King's not gonna get to take advantage of the magic sword. Oh Lord. Trophy Hunter, please. Oh God. It's okay. They don't have a lot of health, and we sure have a lot of damage. They don't have a lot of health, and we sure have a lot of damage. We should be okay. Yeah, we're Gucci. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Depending on how this turns out, we might even have a knockout, which would be so hype. Yes! Yes! Taking out Trophy Hunter there is so clutch before they have a chance to do their silly Trophy Hunter nonsense any further. Just get it out. Okay. Oni King, Pumpkin King, certainly tempting. Bear Stain is really what I want. We could do a position 1 monster, but monsters don't get a resummon. I don't think we need Oni King. I think Oni King is it ain't it. Another Nyan, another treasure? No. Tier 6 is now. Hermes Boots would be alright. Dark Contract would be alright. Dude, we have to combat spell. Evil Baby Bear summons good bears, but it is an evil bear when it dies, so... Actually, Evil Baby Bear would have been really good. Evil Baby Bear would have been really good, because you put Evil Baby Bear in slot 1, and then the first one that dies still counts as evil, which allows you then to summon an evil from Pumpkin King into the slot. So that actually would have been really nice. I didn't even think about it. It's just not something... I don't think I've ever thought about evil twinning a Baby Bear before in all of my hours of play, so it just didn't even come to my mind. That mummy is a big deal. I think there's a pretty fair chance that we live. But that's all that we have a fair chance of. Yeah. I do not think that we win. So Herc is an interesting one because it's like, it will make us substantially weaker, but it would be an instant tier 6. If we can manage to be strong enough to do it. I think we have to make the Vi here. I think we have to make the Vi. Double Pumpkin King seems like a big deal. That seems like money, yeah. It might be like this. This is a little more vulnerable to Fireball. But at this stage, hopefully they're not casting it. People are still used to Bear Stain Geppetto, I suspect. And then this way we can actually end up filling this slot. Okay. If we survive this round, no guarantee, but I think the Double Pumpkin King gives us a very fair chance, especially with Magic Sword and Eye of Ares and some resummons. If we survive this round, we will have a tier 6 treasure, and we have a much better chance to top 2. That is a big board, though. That is a really big board. But we're pretty big, too. Don't hit my pumpkin. Yes! Yes! Oh, dude. No! That was important. That was really important. It can still be done. Plus 100. We got at least one here. We've got at least one there. Holy crap. Paid out, baby! Genius! Magic Sword Hercules situation? Spear of Achilles situation? Alright, let's get stronger. I think we do go for the upgraded Pumpkin King here for another treasure. Maybe replace the Eye of Ares, I don't know. It just depends, don't it? Let's don't. This made us a little bit weaker, but we can get stronger again. Don't fret. Last we fought them, they were kind of huge. Ashwood Elm. It's big. Do we care? I want 3 big pigs. I don't mind the black cat. Oh, Doomy. Yo. That's actually so gross. That's actually so gross. Please land. If it does, I think we just win. We have to win multiple rounds, though. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Ooh, they did get the Lordy Plus. Yeah, dwarves make a lot of sense for me for a Midas. A lot of sense. I don't know that we can break through this. If even the Doom Breath failed to take down one of the doublies, this looks like an Embiggening Stone board. I mean, it's crazy business. The old 113 attack apple tree. A classic. A classic in the biz. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's not the first one I've seen, and it's definitely not going to be the last. GG, King Midas coming through clutch with dwarves. Yo, okay, but that game was so clutch. I mean, we were last place so many times. There were so many times where 25 MMR just cut my life into pieces. I fought so hard for that. The Doom Breath was a big deal. It could have been the difference maker. It could have been the difference maker if it had actually taken out double backline. Ah, yes. Spear was from Herc, and then we were offered Mimic from Pumpkin. Yeah, that's probably a little bit better, right? Mimic, and then Mimic Magic Sword actually would have been a really big deal for Doom Breath. It doesn't seem like it would be a big deal, but Mimic Magic Sword actually would have been good for Doom Breath and Double Spear of Achilles. It's certainly an improvement on the board, but remember, we didn't have Doom Breath yet. We bought Doom Breath at the very end of the turn. Yeah, Mimic is an improvement here. I strongly doubt it makes us win there, though. I don't think, without Singing Swords, I don't think that we win there pretty much ever. I think we were missing the oomph on the front line. Hey folks, Future Teak here. Wanted to come back and do something a little bit special for this game because a lot of really fascinating things happened here, and so I've been thinking about this game a lot. I've reviewed the game, and a big thing that came up at the end of that game is, do you take the Mimic? Okay, so setting the stage, at the time that we're offered Mimic, we have Spear of Achilles that we just got from Hercules. We have Magic Sword. We have a Pumpkin King board with 2 Pumpkin Kings. And we're going into round 6-2 against Midas, who we saw had dwarves, on 6-0. And so the answer there to do you take the Mimic is yes. This is even before we had Doom Breath, and I've thought about it and I looked at it and I think that it was absolutely a misplay in that moment to skip the Mimic. And the big reason is that when you're up against big dwarves and you're resummoning, the odds that they're able to get stat lines above 100 are pretty high, right? Those triplies are often going to end up in the hundreds, and Angry hits the board more often against us. As Geppetto, we tend to play smaller tokens and spam them, and so Angry tends to come into play more often to scale up that board. And so even before we've hit the Doom Breath, I think the answer is yes, you take the Mimic. Plus, Mimic on the Spear of Achilles, an additional +7/+7 scaling on attack, that really adds up with 2 Pumpkin Kings, right? And so we should have taken the Mimic, and if we take the Mimic, roll, we hit Doom Breath at 4 gold instead of 6 because we didn't skip. We sell 2 things and we put the Doom Breath on the board. It has +200 attack and it has a chance to clear 3 dwarfs all at once. That's a really good position to be in, right? But this is also a pretty egregious case of results-oriented analysis, right? We took a game that we have already fully observed, stepped back in time with the information that we have, and remapped one of our decisions, which tends to be a bit of an analytical pitfall, right? Can we actually conclude that we take the Mimic without knowing exactly what the Midas board looks like, without knowing that we hit Doom Breath? Even then, I think that the answer is yes. We know that we're going to put at least 2 attacks into that slot, right? And hopefully more. We already have tokens. We could just put Sheep and Wolf's Clothing in position 1, and we should get 3 attacks, all with +200. That's 3 dwarfs dead. They're not going to do anything scammy. There's no range. They're just brawlers. They're simple attackers, right? We already know what King Midas's board looks like, so we still take the Mimic. But I actually think that there's even more to this story, right? In Slay the Spire, there's a saying that I kind of came up with that I like, which is, the fight where you die is rarely what kills you. And this is something that I started saying as I played the game more and people asked me for advice about how to improve their runs. The fight where you die is rarely what kills you. It's important to pay attention to how you lose your run in Slay the Spire or in Storybook Brawl, where exactly you die, what the enemy is that kills you, what it is that they have on their board, what plays you've made recently. But there's a longer history of decision-making behind it, right? And just because you take that final HP of damage in the Book of Stabbing fight doesn't mean that you didn't already die in birds. And the same thing is true for Storybook Brawl. Can we cast the net further backwards and realize a chain of decisions which could have been improved beyond just taking Mimic? Because even right there at the location, even proximally to the Mimic, I think we made another mistake, which is I don't think you ever triple Pumpkin there. I didn't regret it having done it. And in this crazy world where we tripled Pumpkin and then we did take Mimic, we have a better chance to win, right? But I'm not convinced that I should have tripled Pumpkin there, actually. I think that we were stronger on board with 2 Pumpkins because for us, the upgraded units didn't make that much of a difference, other than maybe pushing more health damage. But if we start winning, we're going to tend to continue winning, right? Midas has no more wind in their sails, basically, other than to continue acquiring Lordies. And so I'm not convinced that we were supposed to triple that pumpkin. I think we were supposed to run 2 pumpkins and really maximize value of the treasures that we had. But I actually think that we can step this back even further. The single biggest decision that I think was missed, and I even talked about it in the video, it wasn't on 6-2 in our final fight against Midas. It wasn't in 6-1 against that Morgan Le Fay where we made the great Herc play, actually. I think that that was an excellent gambit because landing that Herc really put us in the running. It was on 6-0. We turned 6-0, and in that first shop, we get distracted by Oni King, but we miss perhaps the best play that we could have made in the whole game, which was Evil Twin Baby Bear. Evil Twin Baby Bear gives us an evil baby bear. Now, when it dies, it makes a good Mama Bear and a good Papa Bear, but that's 3 units in position 1 that all get the magic sword power, and the first unit who died was evil, which means the pumpkin resummons go into that first slot. And so when you start unpacking the layers of these games, I think you can find some really interesting things. It's worth it to go back and watch your games, to analyze, to look for mechanisms of improvement, decisions that you could have changed, but be careful to conclude your analysis on that first decision point, on that last thing you did. Step back further. Because should we have taken Mimic? Absolutely. But maybe we shouldn't have tripled the pumpkins. And we definitely should have Evil Twin that baby bear. A lovely game, a wonderful one to share. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Cheers.